You apologize for everything. For existing, for speaking, for taking up space. Sorry, can I just... Sorry, I know this is... Sorry for bothering you. And here's what nobody tells you. You're not apologizing because you did something wrong. You're apologizing because someone taught you that your presence is an inconvenience, that you need permission to exist. And now you move through life acting like your existence needs permission.
You apologize when someone bumps into you. You apologize for asking questions. You apologize for having needs, for feeling things, for taking time, for being seen. Sorry has become your default, your shield, your way of making yourself smaller so others can feel bigger. And people tell you it's polite, considerate, but it's not. It's self-erasure. And it started way before you learned the word sorry. This doesn't start in adulthood. It starts in childhood, with a parent who sighed when you had a need, a caregiver who got irritated when you asked for help, a teacher who made you feel like your questions were interruptions. You learned early your presence is tolerable only when it's invisible. Your needs are acceptable only when they're unspoken. Here's the part people miss. You weren't born apologizing. You were trained into it. Psychologists call this fawning, one of the 4 trauma responses alongside fight, flight, and freeze. Pete Walker describes it as the 4th F, where you survive threats by appeasing others and abandoning your own needs. So you started apologizing for crying, for needing, for being a child who required care, and that apology became your survival strategy. If I make myself small enough, they won't be annoyed. If I apologize first, they won't reject me. And it worked, until it became the only way you knew how to exist. So now you apologize for things that aren't problems. Someone asks you a question, you apologize before answering. You send an email, you apologize for the inconvenience of your existence in their inbox. You have an opinion, you apologize before sharing it. You need something, you apologize for needing. This is what attachment researchers call anxious, preoccupied attachment. You're constantly monitoring others' reactions, trying to prevent rejection before it happens. And here's the thing that messes you up. Most people don't even notice. They're not bothered, they're not inconvenienced. But you've been so conditioned to believe you're a burden that you apologize before they even have a chance to react. You're not responding to their irritation. You're responding to the memory of someone who made you feel like you were too much. And that person isn't even in the room anymore, but you're still apologizing to them. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people never say out loud. They're not going to tell you to stop. Why would they? Your apologies make them comfortable. Your shrinking makes them feel bigger. Your self-erasure means they never have to consider your needs. So they reinforce it. Oh, you're so considerate. You're so easy. You never cause problems. Translation, you never exist loudly enough to inconvenience me. And you've mistaken that for love. But let's talk about what this actually costs you. Because apologizing for everything isn't just annoying, it's destroying you. You can't set boundaries, because boundaries feel like something you need to apologize for. You can't advocate for yourself, because your needs feel like impositions. You can't take up space, so you get overlooked, passed over, chosen last, not because you're incapable, but because you never signaled that you belong, because space feels like something you're stealing. Dr. Harriet Lerner wrote, "The problem is not that we apologize too much, but that we apologize for the wrong things, for our existence rather than our actions." You've signaled that your needs come last, that your time is less valuable, your needs are negotiable, your presence is optional. And now you're exhausted from constantly making yourself smaller, from apologizing for being human. So here's the reframe. Every time you apologize when you haven't done anything wrong, you're not being polite. You're reinforcing the lie that you're a burden. You're teaching people to treat you like an inconvenience. You're betraying the part of you that deserves to exist without seeking permission. Sorry is supposed to be for repair, for when you've genuinely hurt someone or made a mistake, not for existing, not for having needs, not for taking up the space you're entitled to. And the people who love you, they don't need your apologies, they need your presence. The people who require your constant apologies to tolerate you, they don't actually care about you. They just like that you make yourself small enough to never challenge them. So how do you stop? You start noticing. Every time sorry comes out of your mouth, pause. Ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong, or am I apologizing for existing? Then practice what psychologists call assertive communication, stating your needs without apology or aggression. Instead of sorry to bother you, say thanks for your time. Instead of sorry, can I ask, say I have a question. Instead of sorry for needing, say I need something. It's going to feel wrong, rude, aggressive, selfish, because you've been conditioned to believe existing without apology is arrogance. But it's not. It's just existing, the way everyone else gets to exist, without seeking permission, without earning the right to have needs, without apologizing for being human. If you apologize for everything, hear this. You don't owe anyone an apology for existing, for having needs, for taking up space, for being seen. The fact that someone made you feel like you do doesn't make it true. You're not a burden. You're not too much. You're not an inconvenience. You're a person, and people are allowed to exist without seeking forgiveness for it. Here's your challenge. For one day, catch yourself every time you say sorry. Don't say it out loud, just notice it. Count how many times and realize how much of your life you're spending apologizing for nothing. If you're done apologizing for existing, write 2 words, no apology, because that's not rude, that's reclaiming the space you always deserved.